Hi, I'm JJ Barnes and you're watching another episode of Creative Writing for Kids. If you don't know me and haven't watched any of my videos before, firstly, hello and welcome, thank you for coming. And secondly, a bit about who I am. So I'm a writer. I have 2 teenage books out, a grown-up book out, and also a children's book out that I wrote with my daughter. All the links to everything is in the description below. I also have a TV show in production and a film in production, so hopefully you'll be able to see those too. This series that I'm doing is all about creative writing for children. I'm hoping to inspire kids, make them have fun with their writing and also feel really confident so that when they start writing stories, they know what they're doing. So mums and dads, if you're watching this, I'm not teaching grammar, I'm not teaching spelling, I'm not really teaching anything that teachers focus on because I'm not a teacher. My focus is on story, and my focus is on how to make a story work. Specifically the story, not the technical details, just the plot. So that when they write a story, it works. And it reads like it was written to go on a bookshelf in a shop. Hopefully that is what you're looking for. So today I'm going to be talking about white rooms. Now that might sound like a thing when you're writing about a white room, but it's not. What I'm talking about is if you're focusing on your characters and the conversation that they are having, you might leave out every detail about the room that they're standing in. It could just be a box, just an empty white box. So you're focusing on what they're doing. You might be focusing on what they're feeling or thinking, which is good, and you should definitely do that. But you have to remember that any space you're interacting in, any space your characters are talking in, it's not just a white room, unless it specifically is, and then say that it is. It's going to be a space, a specific space. So right now you would say JJ was talking on her phone about writing. She was in her porch, and there was like NHS support rainbow pictures on the windows, and there was bricks behind her. And because we've done show don't tell before, you've got to remember, you might throw in that JJ felt really proud that her children had done such beautiful pictures for the NHS and for key workers. But that's not going to be in every single room, and that's fine. But if you leave them just in a white box, so if you were saying JJ was talking onto her phone about stories, it's just then a blank space. And your audience, they need to be able to at least picture it. And you don't need to go into tons of details. You don't need to describe exactly what every NHS picture is. You don't need to describe the colour of the brickwork or, how high up it goes. Nothing like that. That's not important because people can form that in their own brain. You're not having to describe it in enough detail that they're perfectly right. It's not important. But what is important is they can place your character. So if you have them in a schoolroom, say your kids go to school and they're having a conversation about, aliens have invaded. If you mentioned it was in the geography classroom, the audience would start to picture maps and pictures of volcanoes. If you just said a classroom, they might spend a lot of time thinking about what that classroom could be. And so much so trying to work out in their head where your characters are, that they can't focus on what your characters are doing because they're trying to put them somewhere. And it's really simple. If you just say it's a geography classroom, bam, they can picture something. Because we've all been in a geography classroom. We all know what a geography classroom looks like. Simple. And it doesn't take a lot of details. And you shouldn't go into a lot of details, because if you go into loads of details, it gets boring. But just enough that it doesn't sound like they're in a white box in the middle of nowhere, floating through space with nothing going on. Just some people standing on a white background doing this. Hello. I hope this helps. So you remember, you can find me on Facebook. My page is Creative Writing for Kids with JJ Barnes. I post all sorts of things over there, activities and games and prompts and things to help you play with your writing and grow your imagination and hopefully have a lot of fun too. And also there's all my social media below. So parents, come and talk to me, tell me what your kids are doing, show me what they're getting up to, because I'd love to see it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back again soon. Bye.